All right. Hey, welcome to the Monday night live stream with Jim Toscano, filling in the grooves. So that was a play along from the book called Nolan Style. And I wrote that with a guitar player named Jason Green, great guitar player, and bass player Yanko Valdez. And when we did the sessions for the book, we did sort of like the blues and that New Orleans track and the train beat track. So the three of us just went in the studio and we wrote the stuff there. I basically just said what I was looking for, and we came up with the stuff on the spot. So that tune is a lot of fun to play, and there's some great material in the book to do with it. And by the way, what Hudson is doing now, which I think is really cool, is Hudson has made all these play-alongs, mine and all the ones from all these wonderful books, available as just downloads. So you can go to the Hudson site and look for just play-alongs and download the tracks and charts for a bunch of different stuff. So Stephen Chamberlain and I are planning a drum clinic soon, where we're going to work together, and we're going to go through that library and find some tunes to play along to. And the drum set thing that we're doing is kind of putting together drum tracks and drum set ideas, because we feel like it'll be something a little bit different, and we'll have PDFs and all this stuff. So anyway, so that is that. Let me say hello in the chat real quick. Today I've been in here working away, moving the drum kit. You probably can't tell, but I gave myself about another, let me see, 2 feet behind me so that I can start setting up cameras back here. So this has been kind of a work in progress for a while, and I'm finally getting around to it. Let me pull up live stream with chat. Yeah, so today's been sort of vacuuming drumstick chips off the carpet and moving drums and resetting microphones and resetting lights. Yeah. So, all right, let's see what we got going on. Oh my goodness gracious. I cannot see a thing. All right, let me pull it up. I know I saw Don in there really early. All right. Where do we got my glasses? There we go. Bob Sears, what's up? Nice, man. Ross, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Bob and Ross, John Gill, what's going on? Yeah, that's a funky tune, man. I'm going to talk about the groove from that a little bit. Lucia, what's happening? Chris Peters, yo, what's up, man? There's a free play-alongs for Hudson for SEN members. Nice. I meant to mention that. Yeah, so if you're a Sabian Ed member, if you're an educator and you belong to the Sabian Education Network, then you have access to 5 free play-alongs. So they're trying to get that kick-started, and I wanted to make sure that I mentioned it tonight. And by the way, I do have to say very quickly that week 2, so John Gill won the first week of the drum book giveaway. So John and I still have to connect and work things out. And Pat Ross won week 2. So I don't know if Pat's in here tonight, but he won. And so Pat Ross won the second week of drum book giveaways for Filling in the Groove. So congratulations to Pat Ross. I appreciate you, and we'll definitely get that out to you. Yes, Don, SEN definitely rocks. And SEN is, yeah, that's how we met, right? SEN, I've been doing, I was definitely feel a little guilty. I haven't been posting as much over there, and I really need to do that. But I've been a contributor to that site for a long time, definitely from the ground up with Joe B. And, we really love Sabian Education Network. Sabian is probably the most involved in education out of all the drum companies, hands down. So we appreciate Sabian and all that they do for drummers. Jim Royal, what's up, man? How's it going? Nice to see you in here. Jim Royal gave a great shout out about my book one night, and you're a great guy, Jim. And Jim's got a killer drum studio and drum school in the Connecticut area. So if you live in the Connecticut area, that's your guy. Awesome. So check it out. I'm going to I figure I'll dig into that groove for a minute, just a little bit. I'm flying pretty loose tonight. So no, big PDF to hand out for this evening's live stream. But of course, as always, we'll be on Thursday with our usual hand technique stuff. Lots of PDFs for that, or a lot of pages in the PDF, I should say. And thanks to Lucia, the book keeps growing. We have Lucia contributing to that booklet, which has been really incredible. But so I'll talk about that groove real quick for a second. Ross, check your email from SEN for the free Hudson download code. Cool. Nice. I love that all my SEN peeps are hanging. All right. So in the book, I'm just going to talk about this real quick. Let me go back to and I'll come back around, but I'm going to hit one of the regular screens if I could see what I'm doing over here. I moved everything. Now I'm even further away from my screen, but I'm working this all. Let me go to my follow page. Let's see what goes on over there when we switch. It froze. Man, lately things have been tricky over here. Very tricky over here. There we go. Getting a little bit of freeze frame. All right. So in the book on the Nolans tune, kind of what's written there is this kind of thing. Definitely got a clave feel underneath, right? So that's the written part. Street beat kind of deal, second line kind of thing. And then my funk adaptation to that groove, sort of for the same idea, I was playing this. So same accenting. So up on top, so there's the hi-hat part. So I'm sort of playing, and then of course we have the kick drum playing sort of that clave pattern, right? And then I'm doing sort of that, when I do it over here, I'm doing that splash on 4. When I bring it up here, so I'm playing it on the and more or less when I go up on the hi-hat. And then we have those little stops. So that's the groove that I was playing for that tune anyway. And there's some fun fills on that page, and I'm probably going to go through maybe 20 fills from the book tonight. I'm going to jump around a bunch. So it's not going to be, one page. I'm doing like 20 pages, 20 different fills, something like that, depending on how quickly I get through it. By the way, I'm shifting things around. Let me just check out my overhead. Are we going? Yeah, we're going. So you can see my crazy cubes in front of the drum set, right? Those crazy cubes are part of my technology scene, which is on the other side of that. So it's sort of created two scenes, and those are for displaying tech gear inside the little cubes. So anybody that takes, any kind of lessons or coaching with me sees my glowing cubes from the desk side. And then from behind, it's kind of fun because it gives me this funky little lighting, and it looks like a pile of ice cubes. But the overhead shot, same groove. All right, cool. So we're just checking that out. And by the way, the foot cam, which had died, is being replaced. I'm waiting on a couple cameras from Zoom. We added a new light down here for the foot cam. The foot cam tripod is waiting for the new camera, but unfortunately, if I steal one of the cameras from up in the front, then that setup's not complete, so I'm waiting for that new camera. So one of the old GoPros bit it. It is gone. It is a thing of the past. All right, so let me. So before I go back and chat with you guys, I'm gonna bring up one little fill that was on my list for a while back. This is from the Latinish page, and it's down around number. Let me see if I can bring up the monitor split without crashing my computer. Oh, here we go. No lens. All right, let me go back. Wait, wrong monitor. There we go. Let's see. Here, I'm going to bring this up and drop one in. So this is the page I'm talking about. Let me see if I can actually. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. 1 second. If I click on those, they play. The cool thing with the Hudson thing is, it's embedded in the book. Oh, didn't mean to do that either. I'm just going to play it. We're going to listen to it. That was the fill I was going to go over. So I don't have to bother to play that one now because the book played it. So what I was going to talk about for that one is, and I brought this up in one of the previous live streams. I know I'm a little babbly tonight. It's been a very, very interesting day in here in the drum studio, moving all my stuff. So what I was going to talk about is kind of, I like using the sticking from the Sango for fills. So, so basically the written pattern, like let's say you used this as your Sango pattern, like that kind of thing, right? Or if you were playing some clave underneath. Right, so that's why we need the foot cam. Or if you're playing some clave underneath it. But so that pattern, what I like doing with that pattern is phrasing it sort of here and using that as the basis for filling. And it doesn't have to be, in a Sango type of tune, although that would, of course, work, right? Right, so I mean, you could use that kind of thing for that. Obviously, there's definitely a method to the madness of playing the groove that you're playing as a fill, right? So, but what I like doing is taking that sticking from the Sango thing and maybe on a funk feel, using that Sango pattern as sort of my fill. And just for a couple of examples, so maybe starting on the snare. Right, so I'm basically playing right, or we can put the hat on the ands on the clave. But I like using it sort of, straight up like that. So now if I take that and move it around and just orchestrate with that, it just works really well for playing drum fills, I think. right? So it has such a beautiful flow to it already. So I really did just steal that right out of playing Songo patterns. And you know, when I played a lot more often with my fusion band, we did a lot of those kind of feels, and I think it just got kind of ingrained in my blood and in my muscle memory, sort of, that I just go to that naturally. And by the way, you know, move it. You could use it as a very minimalist kind of fill. Right? And it's going to feel great. So just makes sense, right? So play around with that. Now, one thing I really enjoy doing with that particular fill is, and this is, I did it in that example that I clicked on, but the idea is to bring in the double pedal wherever I have the uhs and ands of the bass drum pattern. You can hear that bass part, right? A 3 and right? So wherever I have that, I double it, so it's kind of doing like a little grace note before it. It's not really, I'm not like, I mean, it is pretty metronomically on the grid, but I'm not thinking about it that way. I'm thinking about it as sort of a grace note or an inflection. So it just gives it this little punchiness. It's kind of a interesting thing, and you know, I'll use that in soloing, but also as fills. So it's just getting filled in between. So it's just an interesting flow to that, and you know, again, you know, I'm just experimenting with it, having fun, just moving it around. And I recommend, you know, to everybody, including my drum instructor peeps, do slow motion practicing. You know, I'll just take this and play very slowly. Right? And just take it slow and listen to myself play, use various parts of the kit for it, and get creative and just have fun with that. And you know, sometimes something like, you know, I reversed what the hands were doing so that the quarter note pulse now is on the snare. Notice I'm ghosting every other because I don't want to kill like quarter notes there, but anyway, super fun. That was the last one on my list for the night, so I figured I may not get to it. I may as well hit it early. So there's that. So you know, I hope you like that. I think it's fun. Let me hit the chat real quick and just make sure that my windows keep switching and I can see everybody. Ooh, I just stepped on my headphones. Man, what did everybody have a good Halloween? I know. Well, those of you that know us, my family, our house is like decorated so ridiculous. There's so much stuff going on. Um, but yeah, it's totally bananas. Like our place was so decorated. I should have had a graphic to pull up, but super fun. um, all right, so what do we got going here? Brian Yerkins is watching. Are you still in Aruba? Which 20 pages? I'm gonna call him out as I go. Oh, sorry. You know that one I was just showing it to you guys. By the way, that was page 91. Was the Sango as a fill? Cool. Oh yeah, John. That is the King ride. Here, let me pick that thing up for a second. I'm gonna show this to you guys. I don't often stop and talk about the gear, but look at this thing. First of all, this is from the Big and Ugly series. Then I did some videos about those cymbals. They were pretty early in my video creation, so they're not great. But this is the cymbal. This is an HH 22-inch HH King ride. I love this ride cymbal. First of all, look how thin this is, and you can see the wobble of the metal. It's extremely thin. Watch. And the back is lathed. The bell is raw. And then this is hand hammered. Look at the hammering on this thing. This thing is beautiful. I love this cymbal. The bell is great. The bell is tiny. I mean, it's a small bell. It's not like the Groove Ride with that massive unlathed bell on top. This bell is pretty small, but I really love the sound of this ride cymbal. And I have three that I love these days. The Apollo Ride. I have a 22-inch Apollo. I have this one, the King, and I have this beautiful three-pointed ride that I love. But even with rivets, it sounds great, you know. Yeah, I love this cymbal. Killer. So yeah, so the 22-inch hand-hammered HH King ride. Love you, King ride. I love you. All right, let me put that back. As long as I'm talking about the cymbals real quick. 18-inch Evolution Ozone right here. And then I have my air splashes, which I love. This is a 17-inch Extreme Crash, which is one of my favorite crash cymbals. It's really dark. David Garibaldi uses this one. And this one is the 19-inch Fierce HHX also. That cymbal is ridiculous. And these are 15-inch Artisan hats. Love these hi-hats. And these are HHXs. These are the accelerator hats, 14-inch HHX accelerator hats. Most of what I play is HHX stuff or HH stuff. So, and my China is going to go here. I'm trying to decide, I don't know if you can see this, but I have a camera track right behind me. So my camera track is getting moved here. So when the DSLR comes in, it's going to be riding on this camera track back and forth. So of course, you know, playing with the fancy gear. But so that is going to be one of the changes coming down the pipe. Let me get back to some Chatty McChatowitz over here. So John, yeah. So that was that one. Let's see. Yes, Don, playing slow to expose the weaknesses for sure. Oh my God. But, you know, also playing slow for creativity. I think like taking something that you're working on and working it out in slow motion is pretty incredible. Yeah, you want Chris Peters. Yeah, man. You did give me an ozone crash. It was like an AA ozone crash. This one is one of my new ones, Evolution HHX ones. But yes, you did give me one a long time ago because you didn't like it before I signed with Sabian, and you gave. Yeah, man. Oh, Lena's been drumming on the couch. I love it. All right, cool. So I think I should keep moving along because I'm chatting a lot tonight. By the way, real quick, here we go. If you like what I do, follow me. There's my link tree. So that has all my social links, which anybody that knows me, I post a lot of sort of motivational stuff, and I also do a lot of reading in that area and sort of life coaching, motivational stuff. I've been reading a lot of Brian Tracy lately with a book called Focal Point, which is pretty amazing. And Bobby Angeletta turned me on to Darren Hardy, and I'm a huge fan of James Clear with Atomic Habits. So those are some of the books. By the way, so my link tree is here, has all my social links, and that's in the description. And also my mailing list is here. Join my mailing list. You'll find out about more live streams and the stuff that's going on. Also, we are doing this 10 weeks of drum book giveaways. So when this live stream ends, I would say just go tomorrow. Go into the chat tomorrow for episode 35 and put in hashtag free drum book. And you can win. You're entered to win a free drum book, Filling in the Grooves, this book right here, and a 30-minute coaching session. Why not, right? And so far we've had 2 winners. John Gill won the first week. Pat Ross won the second week. We are now in the 3rd week. So people can start typing that in throughout the week, and then next Monday I'll announce the next winner. So I'm going to keep doing this for 10 weeks until January, the first week in January. And I'm sending out, I set aside 10 books from my inventory to do this. And, of course, I'll write a nice little note and send it off to you. But, thanks for everybody that's been participating in that. All right, so I'm going to attempt to get back to fills here. By the way, if my mom's in here, I created a mom screen because every once in a while she pops in, and I don't know if she will, but here's the mom screen. So the chat screen with mom. So if mom pops in, there she is in my as an overlay. So I had to do that, celebrate my mom because she's a great lady. She's super supportive. So there's mom. She put up with me when I was starting out and learning how to drum and playing in the basement for hours and hours and hours. She always said that she could sleep on the couch above where the drum room was in the basement. She could sleep on the couch above because she knew where I was. And that made her feel good to know that I was actually home and safe and playing drums. So, all right, let me go back to the split screen if I can get this going. And I'm going to go to the next idea. And by the way, the next idea, I have something on my list here that was from 2 live streams ago that I didn't get to. And this is not one of the pages, but I'm just going to show you one other idea that I'm meaning to talk about. And that is, let's say this could be a drum break kind of thing, but if you're playing, so I'll do some kind of a little funky kind of groove like. So sort of, riding with the opposite hand and trying to keep the backbeat the whole time. So, not a new concept by any means, but just something to think about, that it doesn't always have to be, traditional fills, tom fills, whatever. So, kind of the Sango idea kind of leads me to that kind of thought process, right? Very linear, using this kind of idea. Right, so those kind of things, melodic ideas, bell patterns, super fun to do. This is a little washy for that, I think. Right, so super fun. Something to mess around with, and if you're not used to kind of splitting that up, I do a lot of that sort of layered playing and keeping one limb playing the groove, and so that is kind of an extension of all those ideas. That's kind of the most basic, I think, and if you're not used to that, just play eighth notes and then work on you could always start some exercises just by quarter notes, eighth notes, playing all your permutations. Eighth notes together, off beats. That kind of stuff. So if you work on playing through your various permutations with that hand, get used to that. And then once you get to that point, then you could start splitting up this and just getting your backbeat in there. Right? And so just going through each one of those and getting the independence, on that other limb. If you don't have like a side snare, like this is the idea of playing, that secondary snare, but you could do it over here. And, another thing you could do is put it on a cymbal. So and, a lot of this is covered in books like New Breed. So if you're working on the Gary Chester stuff, where you're using systems and, these layered ideas. So, and I realized going back to New Breed after many years, because I had done it when I was very young, that all of this stuff that I do where I play all the wacky stuff on the other side was all inspired by that book for sure. And just didn't realize it. I mean, it got ingrained in my head from playing when I was younger and working on that stuff, and then realizing that, oh, this is like a system right out of New Breed. Right? And all this. So all this bananas stuff that I play, which I've magically found places to put it because I write for it a little bit. It's kind of hard to find places to do that stuff, by the way. But it's a great independence workout. So yeah. So anyway, so those are two of the ideas for tonight. Now I think I'm gonna hit a couple of. I wrote down a few like favorites, but I'm gonna go back in the book. Let me just say hello real quick one more time in the chat. I know I'm keep checking in with you guys because sometimes, like when we do the hand technique workshop, I don't talk to anybody for like 45 minutes, so I always feel bad. Cool. Yeah, back to the cymbal. Right. Yeah, nothing. That cymbal, I know these are old chats that I missed before, but yeah, that cymbal, great stick definition on that. Also, I'm using a little tiny teardrop tip, which helps. Remember that your stick choice is going to change how that cymbal sounds. If I take, do I have one of Dom's sticks over here? I don't. If I play a 5A, traditional 5A, and then this freestyle, I think you can hear that. It's way different. I'm hitting about the same height. So it sounds very different from that tip to that tip, which is just a smaller, pointier teardrop tip. So stick choice is definitely going to change the way the cymbal sounds. Yeah, Don, that's a Weckel ozone, which I love. Yeah, Ross, HHX. Well, my China is a hand-hammered 22-inch HH China, which I'm just going to bring in from my, it's in my road case in my storage shed. And that cymbal's going to go right here, but it's a big, very thin HH China that I love. I love that China. It's really got that old school pa kind of sound. It's not real aggressive. Chris won a extreme China. No, what China did you win? The Holy China at one of the clinics at Sam Hash. I think 2 years ago with Stephen Chamberlain and myself. We did a hand technique workshop at Sam Hash, and we gave away a China, and I think Chris won that Holy China. And also we are giving away a cymbal at our upcoming clinic, which we're not announcing the date yet because we're still ironing some things out. But Sabian is sending us a crash to give away, so we're really excited about that. And we'll let you guys know about the details on that whole thing. And I think it's going to be a super fun clinic, and I love collaborating with my bud Stephen Chamberlain. We have a really good time. By the way, hope some of you guys caught Bobby Angeletta's clinic on Saturday with Dom on Halloween. It was very cool, and it's good to see all my drum peeps in there. So I popped in to check that all out. I think I caught most of it. I'm pretty sure, but it was really nice. So the high-pitched alternate snare drum is a chrome over brass 10x5 chrome over brass. I don't know if, oh, this mic is on. It's tuned a little weird today. I have the snares also pretty loose. But I tuned it, I cranked it, because I was going to play this cha-cha when I was picking my tune for tonight, and I didn't do it, but I like this one a lot. Take snares off. Has a really nice sound. So yeah, I really dig that drum. So that is that one. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, it was really good, right? Ross. Yeah. definitely very cool. Yeah, the stick comparison. New breed, man. Bob Sears digging into the new breed. Love it, man. One of my favorite books of all time, Gary Chester. I was just working with a gentleman named Corey Roberts, working on his tech gear for him. And Corey Roberts puts out a bunch of videos on the new breed. He is one of Gary Chester's, he was one of Gary Chester's students, and I believe he's sort of a protege of Gary Chester. And so check out Corey Roberts, who puts out a bunch of videos on the new breed as a topic. All right, I'm going to leave the chat window open, and I'm going to go to one of the fills on this list, which I'm going to jump around on this because we're kind of, we're most of the way through tonight already anyway, but here. So I'm just going to pick some. If you have the book, follow along with me. So, okay, here's a simple one, and I've gone through this whole page before. But this is number 5 on page 20 from Swangin' Triplets. And what I like about this one, as long as I'm kind of in a swingy mood tonight, I use this sticking. And so this is based on practice segment A, which is right, left, 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 right. And you notice that everything is super, super loose, right? Using for those, I'm playing it reversed, by the way, because I'm doing the lefty thing. But it's right, left, right, left, right. Now, I'm not accenting all of those. Now, if I did, so it would be right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And use a free stroke for that. It'll throw the stick right back up. So I like that practice segment, but usually I'll play it more like this. Now, for fill number 5, we do 2 repetitions of that. So it's just a very simple sort of rolling triplet feel. And it doesn't have to be for, although it could be. Right? But it could be so you could just have a swingy feel, right? So Swangin' Triplets lends itself to any kind of swingy feel. It could be a shuffle, right? I played the fill wrong. Right, so it would work for that as well. So that's number 5 from page 20. So super useful little segment, right? And I take that same idea, and I have this one. I'm just gonna mention it as long as we're here. Fill number 9 from page 20. So I kind of made like a reverse, like an offset groove. So that's kind of a fun idea, and it's definitely different. So if I was playing, maybe I'll use it for like. So for like a rock thing, so it's kind of nice in the rock context, and I'm noticed that I got a little more aggressive. I'm barking it harder. So that's kind of a fun way to do it. But that's number 20, page 20, number 5, and basically number 9. Kind of touching on that. I skipped. Let me see. Should I touch on that one? Nah, I'm gonna skip that one. Maybe. It's kind of similar in a way. Page 22, number 7. So, what if you play 6-stroke rolls, but you put, instead of the downbeat being the accented one, it's the upbeat, the very last partial. So actually, it's easier to reach here, but I'll hit the hi-hat. How about that? Oh, so there it is. I haven't played that in a bit. So that gives us kind of that punching the upbeats. Now, if it was something with the band, you know, it would be a cool approach to that. And generally, I use that at faster tempo. So So I like that one. I like hitting those upbeats. So I'm bringing out just the last note more. And I'm still, you can see, I'm still pumping this one. But I'm bringing out the lits of the 6-stroke roll. If I split it, that's what it sounds like. Right, so almost sounds like this. Right? It's got that like space boogie thing going on. So that's that one. And by the way, 6-stroke rolls, split them. Sounds really cool split on 2 snare drums, right? So just a different way to use it. So much fun. Oh my goodness gracious. 6-stroke rolls. I was going to get to... do you see this list of fills? Are you kidding me? Look how many fills I wrote on here. And what did I get to? Like 4? That's because I went off on a tangent about the Songo thing and then went down that road. I don't know. Anyway, the we didn't get to a whole lot of the list of fills, but we still had fun, right? And we got to touch on a few different things. And I explained the little, New Orleans funk groove in the beginning, and that probably took up a little bit of the time. Sorry there was no handout for tonight, but I kind of wanted to just fly through some of the pages in the book and just have some fun and introduce you guys to some of the concepts. I hope that was enjoyable for everybody. It certainly was for me, because I'm doing what I love to do, which is bang on things. And, that's what it's all about. Let me check in real quick with you guys and gals. Guys and gals. Syncopation and New Breed are essential books for any teacher or student. That is the truth. That is the truth. Syncopation, I have a lot of crazy systems, as does everybody, right, for syncopation. But syncopation is such a great resource for this kind of stuff. If you want to work on your reading skills, there's certainly a lot of other books that I love. Portraits in Rhythm, all my students know they have to go through all the solos and portraits, Morris Goldenberg solos, the Wilcoxon stuff when it comes to the reading stuff. But syncopation is a great workbook for interpreting stuff, just like that swinkopation idea, right? All of this. And all the paradiddle ideas, and a lot of that is in my workshop as well, so I'm not going to get into all that. I know I got to wrap it up. So much fun, man. So guys, I think I'm going to get wrapping this up. Hey Rocco, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here, man. Great to see all my regular peeps hanging. And I think, basically, yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, Ross. So remember, tomorrow, go put the comments on this video, #FreeDrumBook. So the giveaway is going to be going on for the next bunch of weeks, right? We're only into week 3. I'll announce the winner next week. It's randomly picked by an app, which I think is great. Thank you, Lucia. I'm glad you had fun. I certainly had fun. I had a great lesson with you on Sunday, right? We went through some of your new routines. Lucia's working on Tom Sawyer right now out of Joe B's book, working on some Rush, right? Awesome. And yeah, man. So I'm gonna get moving. I'm gonna go eat some dinner and rest my voice, because I've been talking all day, and also moving gear. I'm really happy with the new setup. It's gonna get better and better. I'm working on it all the time. So listen, I'll see you guys on Thursday for the hand technique workshop. Do pop in and hang with us. And, I appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. And I'll talk to you real soon. All right, everybody, I'm going to roll those credits if I can find the right button. And then I'll be seeing you real soon. All right, take care, everybody. Bye now. Where's my mouse? I can't hit the button if I don't have my mouse. All right, here we go. Nice.